Japan trembles as an alien explosion flattens homes. A reporter shrieks warnings. A zone-caped nobody strides out to fight. A sobbing girl is snatched from the monster's shadow, he mutters. Hobby hero, names the beast vaccine man. Hears the taunt that humanity will fall. Then, boom, one punch erases the threat and the victor stares in hollow disbelief. Flashback to 3 years ago. Saitama meets a crab man who ate expired Krabby Patties and mutated. The hero, too depressed by job rejection to flee, bonds with the monster over their dead eyes until the crab vows to disarm a big-chinned prankster. Moments later, Saitama finds that very boy, learns he marker defaced the crustacean, then watches Mr. Krabs erupt in lethal rage. Saitama saves the kid, who refuses to abandon his soccer ball, while the monster roars that hurting innocence is fun and his pride demands bloody payback for the prank. Saitama laughs at Mr. Krabs' anime villain face, gets attacked, snaps, recalls his boyhood dream, challenges the crab to real-life combat, is pummeled, flips the Uno reverse card, wins, then trains until baldness makes him unbeatable yet hollow. Moments later, a colossal footprint shakes the grocery store, and an evil scientist reveals he juiced his kid brother into a world-dominating monster with homemade super steroids. A scientist feeds his little brother homemade steroids, birthing a towering biceps, beast bent on world domination. Together they flatten towns, empty City D, and crown the monster Earth's strongest, until a tiny figure perches on his shoulder. Ordered to crush him, the raging giant hurls the man like a toy, pummels him non-stop, then stands hollow. The calm stranger feels that emptiness, answers with a single face flattening punch, decides ultimate power is dull, and strolls off to buy snacks. While buying groceries, Saitama feels bored after trading his emotions for power. He one-punches a car monster and reaches home unhurt, longing for a real fight. Next morning, subterraneans declaring themselves the true Earthlings shatter his apartment, brag they have wiped out 70% of surface dwellers, and surround him with menace. Saitama, thrilled to meet worthy opponents, taunts the monsters, ready to clash at last. After one-punching the first monster, Saitama craves a real fight. The subterraneans swarm him. He unleashes everything. A titanic blast flattens the scene. Survivors gasp at the mythical strength. He calmly claims to be a hobby hero, shielding the surface. Enraged survivors strike. He dodges every blow, feels his pulse race like day one. Emotions surge. The Earthling King erupts. Saitama charges, then wakes up to real rumbling outside as the actual subterraneans arrive. Saitama stumped the subterranean king, expecting war, yet the invaders instantly surrendered and vanished. Days of dull TV. Later, he hears of a mosquito plague, steps outside to water his plants, misses the demon level alert, and finds one invincible mosquito on his hand. While a sleek cyborg hunts the swarm above Z City, a scoffing thief loots abandoned homes until billions of mosquitoes drain him dry, and the towering mosquito queen arrives, hungry for more. Genos arrives, torching the Mosquito Queen's blood-siphoning swarm with a fire blast. She retaliates, orders every mosquito to drain him, but he incinerates her army. Saitama swats and misses. Genos cranks up power. She tears off his arm. He rips her legs away. She tries to flee. He pins her. She sends the swarm after animals for a final blood feast, and Genos prepares to unleash everything. While Saitama futilely sprays one mosquito, a swarm led by the towering Mosquito Queen engulfs the city. Genos incinerates every insect in a blaze that levels the skyline. Yet both Saitama and the Queen stride from the ashes. She reborn as a supercell vampire faster than Genos can track, impaling him before he can trigger his self-destruct, until Saitama casually steps between them. The day after a girl was slapped, Genos visited his new master Saitama, who joked he wasn't seeking an apprentice, and eyed the cyborg's body. When Genos mistook Saitama's bald scalp for skin-colored armor, he apologized, then poured out how a rogue cyborg slaughtered his family, forcing him to become a machine bent on revenge. Hours later, Saitama cut the endless tale short while. Elsewhere, an evil scientist, learning his prototype monster was obliterated, ordered bait sent to lure Saitama into becoming his prototype monster, was obliterated 40 times. Genos begs Saitama to reveal the secret of overwhelming strength. Saitama warns he will surpass him, then vaporizes a mantis with one bored punch. While Genos leaps through the window to face more invaders, Saitama has already cleared the street. A cyborg from the House of Evolution emerges. Genos believes it slaughtered his family, so he blazes with fire, yet the machine endures. Inside, two monsters corner the yawning Saitama, who murmurs the ground looks perfect for a nap. After insulting Saitama, the Beast King transforms into a high-ranking monster, slaughters his own teammates, and unleashes his full power, yet Saitama dodges effortlessly and ends the fight with normal punches. When a fleeing enemy admits Genos stands no chance against their second strongest warrior. News of the Beast King's defeat makes the cyborg gorilla apologize, and we hear of a long-dead genius scientist whose brilliance turned to disillusionment. A shunned genius, branded dangerous at 70, finally clones himself inside the House of Evolution. Cyborg Gorilla halts the tale to warn Saitama that the obsessed scientist craves his body. So Saitama, lured only by tomorrow's PlayStation sale, races to erase the threat while Genos demands how many more cyborgs wait in the shadows. While the genius and his clones reel from Saitama and Genos, obliterating their elite force, panic spikes as the heroes sprint toward the lab. The genius orders the terrified clones to unleash Carnage Kabuto. Saitama shrugs that humans can't fly. Genos vaporizes the House of Evolution in one blast. They descend into the smoking basement. A clone is instantly splattered by the roaring monster, and the creator steps forward, calmly greeting his masterpiece as it looms over fresh corpses. Kabuto, a lifelong prisoner labeled mentally unstable, rages that he's the ultimate being. Scientists bargain his freedom for the heads of 2 intruders. Saitama and Genos descend. Genos is instantly cratered into the wall. Saitama accepts Kabuto's duel. Then Genos, scorched but alive, unleashes firestorms that Kabuto brushes off while Saitama warns his stubborn disciple to quit. Genos fires his last blast, only to have it bounce back, and Saitama, furious at the slip, races toward the escaping, badly burned genius who once scorned weak humans and, at 15, began crafting humanity's evolution yet never planned on a bald guy in a cheap suit. Kabuto, the House of Evolution's ultimate weapon, flexes blinding speed, suddenly freezes, instinct screaming to flee, and stammers the question, how did this plain hero grow so powerful? Saitama startles Genos by calmly revealing the secret of his godlike power. Years of nothing but 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-kilometer run every day. Eating like a bodybuilder, pushing through agony without quitting until his hair fell out and strength exploded. When the genius scientist overhears, Genos panics about exposure, then roars that this plain routine can't be the truth he came to learn. Yet Saitama, knowing disbelief is coming, simply stands by every astounding word. Kabuto erupts, branding Saitama a liar, mutates into a murderous final form, hurls the hero across the room like a toy, vows a week-long rampage, and, when Saitama realizes this chaos will wreck his precious supermarket bargain day, obliterates the monster with one casual punch, leaving Genos to soothe him over lost sales. As the clock ticks, a fiery hammerhead rages against the rich, his utopian sermon ignored by the crowd. Jealousy detonates into the wrong tower, dust and screams scattering while a grateful boy thanks Moomin Rider for rescuing a balloon, and, miles away, Saitama jolts awake from a ludicrous rock-paper-scissors nightmare, blinks at the TV, and learns the city just shook. While Saitama fumes over copycat bald thugs, B-class vandal Hammerhead storms City F, flattening buildings until Justice cyclist Moomin Rider charges in and is crushed, refusing to flee, Tycoon Zeniru 6 Super Ninja, Sonic on the gang vowing snapped bones, just as Hammerhead marches on the tower and Sonic blurs in promising no escape. Sonic, wielding Law's head severing power, slices through the followers in a blur of steel and speed, leaving Hammerhead trembling behind his suit. A boulder crashes, Saitama is branded crook, yet Sonic, undaunted by insults, traps, or boasts, accelerates, vanishes, reappears behind Hammerhead, drops him, reports mission complete, then watches the body melt away into escape. While Genos, rebuilt by Dr. Kusano, praises the master who twice saved him, and hears the doctor promise that finished upgrades will let him surpass that very master, Saitama tracks the thick-skulled Hammerhead, mocks the lame battlesuit, survives a full power strike, recalls doing the same move as a kid, then shatters the armor, realizing how alike they once were. Saitama spares Hammerhead on the promise of quitting evil, then, strolling home, is ambushed by Sonic, a speed-obsessed ninja-hunting Hammerhead. Dodging every strike, Saitama pleads mistaken identity, yet Sonic, insulted by the bald clue, brags of lifelong training, flashes blinding speed, and, enraged that Saitama is bored, flings a final kick, misses, crushes his own nuts, leaving Saitama free to apologize and walk away. Sonic limped away, vowing murder. Saitama just shrugged. That night, he raged to Genos that no one knows his name despite every crushed monster. Genos, stunned, recalls the credits stolen after the Hammerhead fight and blurts out the Hero Association. Saitama grabs a pen. Meanwhile, 2 cyborgs fail to kill Hammerhead, his skull too thick, and on the TV behind Saitama's ticking form, a hero's career ends with one wrong step, warning him what failure on paper could mean. The Hero Association keeps Moomin Rider as top class C, then worries that weaker applicants appear each year so they will judge harder. Candidates warm up, mock quiet Saitama, then the fitness test begins. His side jumps, sprint and lifts shake the building and shatter every record. Waiting afterward, Genos greets him. Both shrug that the exams felt effortless. Genos is certified S-Class and congratulates Saitama, assuming he is too. The association cheers the total demolition of the House of Evolution. Then Saitama discovers he is only C-Class, begs Genos not to expose the gaffe, while a famous handsome hero studies Genos' photo and vows to meet him. Moments later in the lecture hall, a class snake sneers at them and orders them to take hero work seriously before. A class snake snarls at daydreaming Saitama, dances a taunting tick-tock. Gum-glued, Saitama shrugs, Genos frets, then at dusk recites Hero Association lore while pledging lifelong discipleship. Already picturing dual patrols, Saitama groans, foreseeing headaches. Elsewhere, officials scold Snake, the amateur, who bombed the fitness test, nearly leveled the arena despite flunking the written exam. And top-tier cyborg, Genos bows to none but this bald slacker, proof the newbies are anything but weak. Snake ambushes Saitama, brags, then flops. Days later, on a barren peak, Genos admits they are both bottom-rank heroes and promises cooler names will come. Saitama dreads Caped Baldy. Genos thanks his master for accepting the crazy training pact. Saitama agrees to spar. Genos fires a full power kick. Saitama glides aside. The cyborg escalates. Lasers shred the mountain. Saitama emerges unmarked. Both rivals vanish into blistering speed. Genos misses the blur that is Saitama, tracks him, unleashes every cannon, yet the bald hero is already behind him. Begging for a no-limits duel, Genos knows one punch could erase him, feels the murderous intent as Saitama's fist stops before his face and obliterates the mountain beyond, leaving the cyborg stunned over udon. Saitama goads his apprentice into a noodle race. Genos devours an entire bucket, and the door slams as a My Mask arrives. At the restaurant, Saitama warns Genos that Snake might be a rookie crusher. Outside, he frets over his friend's safety. Genos returns, revealing he only greeted a My Mask and a fan, not fought. Heading home, Saitama marvels at the gap between S-Class and C-Class treatment, while Genos recalls Mask's lecture on beauty, justice, and future greatness. Genos says goodbye. Saitama shivers at the words, and Mask lingers unseen. After Genos buys his way into Saitama's apartment, the clueless teacher realizes he has nothing to teach the brainy cyborg. When Genos warns that skipping hero work erases registry status and news only covers mega disasters, panic ignites, Saitama flips to a magazine, blurts crack top 10, then bolts to hunt any criminal before their names vanish forever. Saitama scours the city but finds zero crime, goes home empty-handed. Next day, the streets are eerily silent again until Sonic pounces, yet the hero blankly forgets his name, brushes him off, snaps the assassin's blade like a twig, then rushes off when Tank Top Tiger arrives hunting a criminal, mistakes Sonic, mocks the unknown bald phony, grandstands for the crowd, and instantly eats a Sonic Blitz. While panicked civilians flee, Sonic hurls shurikens at Saitama, who dodges, saves a boy, and furiously floors the assassin. Next day, the association links Sonic to multiple hits. Hot-tempered S-Class tornado storms in over the City Z probe, gets pacified yet vows revenge, and HQ learns Watchdog Man has taken up the investigation. City Q is a monster-blooded hot zone, yet the council shrugs until one man flags quiet. Trembling City Z, 2, a class heroes, Golden Ball and Spring Mustachio, roll through its empty streets, unlock an abandoned gate, feel crosshairs on their backs, trade hushed guesses about the raid spike, while, unseen, Genos senses hunters entering his turf, finishes scrubbing the toilet, and waits. A seaweed monster, drawn by rumors of a ghost town terror, surfaces and is spotted by Golden Ball and Spring Mustachio. Golden Ball's rocket bounces back, and he is swamped, Spring Mustachio dodges, dazzles with sleight of hand, then fences the creature to a standstill, yet cannot land a finishing stab. The seaweed fiend leaps clear. Gloating, he came seeking the famed ghost town beast, and the rattled hero radios the Heroes Association for urgent backup. While the Hero Association scrambles reinforcements toward the ghost town, Spring Mustachio collapses. A seaweed monster waylays Saitama on his dinner dash, reminding him he forgot seaweed, so he later grabs it on sale, only for Genos to praise its hair growth powers and bruise his master's ego. News arrives that the two mauled A-class heroes are hospitalized, yet the monster was mysteriously crushed, prompting Tornado of the S-class to berate the man who first ignored her, of the S-class to berate the man who first ignored her, and now leads a forensic hero squad through the ruins, orally for Genos to praise its hair growth powers. After seaweed-strewn carnage and ghost town whispers, Genos brags he has leapt from last to 30-42nd, while Saitama fumes that the cyborg prince still sits at rock bottom, yet rules popularity at 6th. Weeks later, a moon-sized meteor barrels towards City Z. The Hero Association summons every S-class, and Saitama casually begs Genos to snag him. Logan Paul's prime on the way home, moments before Bang greets the blazing disciple inside the towering headquarters. Silverfang, third-ranked S-class hero, tells Genos every S-class has been summoned. A threat-level dragon meteorite will obliterate City Z in 30 minutes, and evacuation is impossible. While Bang vows to guard his dojo, panicked citizens flee too late. Knowing all may perish, Genos dons his stolen Iron Man armor, powers up, and confronts the falling rock until fellow S-class cyborg Bofway arrives, prompting Genos to plead for united firepower against the skybound doom. Genos begs for help, but the stranger refuses, revealing he is only field testing a new superweapon. The cyborg is a drone piloted by an Xbox controller, and the man behind it is the S-class hero, Metal Knight. Missiles roar from Metal Knight's arsenal, slam into the meteorite and awe Genos, yet the rock keeps hurtling toward Earth. Panic rises as Genos counts down the seconds to impact, and every life depends on his next shot. Then Vang appears, steadies the youth, reminds him to trust his power, and Genos locks his Iron Man core into his arm, charging for the decisive blast. Bang's full force strike bounces off the meteorite. Genos collapses empty. Then Saitama arrives, names himself a hero, leaps. Normal punches the rock into a sky-filling hail that rattles City Z while he smiles, thinking the rescue perfect. Debris erases blocks behind him. Yet 3 days later, news says City Z still stands, and guilt-crippled Genos finds forgiveness and awe in his master's quiet words that no one died. Genos worries the city will blame Saitama for the rubble, yet the bald hero only cares that his rank jumped from 342 to 5. The association credits Genos and Metal Knight for the meteor, so Saitama schools Genos on threat levels, whispers a mantra. Genos frantically scribbles, then strides off alone to hunt monsters, but Tank Top Tiger and his hulking brother Black Hole block the street, roaring that the fraud in the cape must pay for stealing glory. Top Tiger's rage sparks. Tank Top Black Hole's scheme, frame Saitama for the ruined city, whip the crowd into a frenzy, and watch neighbors snarl, villain at their former hero, while Genos scrolls the rising hate, and Silverfang stands aside, murmuring, tomorrow will be worse. Then the Tank Top brothers vow punishment, flash cringe TikTok dances, and fume as followers flee, sealing their exile below. Class B, while Saitama stands stunned by the chorus of lies. After every attack fails, the villain confesses his lies while Saitama shrugs off blame for the ruined city. Genos halts the rant, awed, pledging lifelong loyalty to his peerless master. Days later, an octopus overlord broadcasts the Sea Folk clan's demand that humanity surrender, yet Moomin Rider races in vain. Saitama already played Squid Game with the monster, vaulting to rank 5 as more sea beasts surge toward shore. A terrified Shorty bursts from the surf, yelling that the Sailor Clan is rising to conquer the land. Class A hero Stinger dashes in, crowds roaring, sure he will save them. While Genos, drying dishes with cyborg speed, brags to Saitama that he is now rank 2, news flashes. The monsters hail from Bikini Bottom, so Moomin Rider races to the rescue. Stinger, bloody but defiant, spears the Sea Squad, only for their towering leader to surface and flatten him in one crushing blow. Saitama and Genos head towards City J, while Genos scans for enemies. At headquarters, the association warns Class C Stinger, Moomin Rider, to retreat from the highway. But downtown, the Deep Sea King stalks forward. Lightning Max senses doom, spins and strikes, flees, gets smashed through a wall, gambles his secret weapon, loses, plummets until a Class S jailbreaker catches him, and inside the prison, Sonic stares at captive heroes, learning that pretty boy hunter Piri Piri is locked up for forcing gorgeous men to choose him. Soap suds still dripping, Deep Sea King strides in. Piri Piri prisoner, raging over two scarred pretty faces and a shredded boyfriend sweater. Slugs back though his knuckles split, Sonic clocks the hidden wounds beneath the bravado with a shout of "Angel style." Piri strips to naked glory and lunges. Genos pinpoints the villain yet can't ring his master. Unfazed, the monster tanks every blow and looms, sneering down at the battered naked hero still standing between him and the next meal. Deep Sea King knocks out Piri Piri prisoner with casual cruelty, boots him clear to the moon, then taunts Sonic into battle. Sonic dodges the first special strike, mocks the monster as a weakling, but the king accelerates, mutates, powers up, still hungry for sport, while, far below, Moomin Rider meets Saitama searching for Genos. A Mai Mask gives a breezy interview plugging a courage song, and Sonic, suddenly outmatched, tries to flee. Too late, the faster, stronger Deep Sea King, not suddenly outmatched, tries to flee. Too late, the faster, stronger Deep Sea King crushes Sonic, who flees naked and tells Genos every hero has fallen. Evacuees beg for mercy. The monster vows to devour them. Snake steps up trembling. Saitama searches for a lost naked guy. Every hero is broken. Genos returns. The association loses contact with Moomin Rider, and Saitama finally locates him. Rider calls the Hero Association to warn that the Moomin Rider is en route to battle the monster. Saitama quietly claims he'll handle it. Genos rockets in, pounding Deep Sea King through a wall with a blazing cyborg punch, and the dazzled crowd cheers premature victory until the Sea Tyrant blindsides the distracted cyborg, smashing him to the ground. While the association learns Saitama is only C-Class yet still trusts him with coordinates, the wounded Genos orders civilians to flee, plants himself between them and the monster, and launches a desperate cyborg kick. Genos and the Deep Sea King trade endless blows until Genos lands an uppercut and a firestorm, leaps to blind him, then riddles him with machine gun fists, yet the monster stands. A cheering girl is spat with acid, and Genos dives to shield her, his body melting as the king crushes him into a wall, sneering that he chose to save her instead of dodging. Moomin Rider roars in on a bike, fearless but futile, attacks again knowing he is weak, still refusing to let the monster finish Genos. Moomin Rider races to fight, the crowd roaring belief, yet he falls in seconds. Saitama steps from nowhere, praises the loser, then spots wounded Genos and turns just as Deep Sea King brags he is the strongest, hurls a killing blow that bounces off the bored C-Class newbie, who answers with one casual punch, obliterating the monster and silencing the stunned citizens while Genos smiles, certain of his master's victory, and Saitama sighs at another hollow, easy win. After Sonic's failed revenge and the Deep Sea King's fall, Saitama strolls home, finds a drone-delivered fan mail box. Inside, one letter brands him a cheat. Genos, recalling the crowd's cheers, watches an ugly heckler belittle the heroes. When a mob turns ugly, Saitama steps up as the bad guy, soaking every boo so the real heroes stay adored, and the city now hates him, while Genos, knowing the sacrifice, admires his master more than ever. After savoring a fan's thank you, Saitama learns he's vaulted to rank 1. The Hero Association summons him, offers B-Class stripes. He grabs them to tail Genos, while whispers say he'll eclipse every S-Class. Anger flashes through a Mai Mask over Genos' defeat. 2 battered A-Class flee jailbird, Piri Piri's sleazy recruitment, and at dusk, Saitama pockets his new B-Cert, dreaming of Odin for dinner as Moomin Rider races to invite him. After dinner, praise vaults Saitama to B-Class. He recalls meeting Moomin Rider, learns the stranger wrote the letter, and over Odin they seal friendship. Weeks later, the Seer Shababawa foretells a world-ending monster while in thawing mountains. Godzilla wakes and storms the city, shrugging off missiles until Heroin Tornado jets in, scorns the weirdo. Lizard dodges his stomp and is recalled, leaving both fuming. Godzilla's laser dies under a meteorite. Below, Silverfang demos martial arts to yawning Saitama and Genos, his pride stung when pupils brawl over the slight. Word arrives, Rogue Star pupil Garou maimed the dojo elite, and a fresh dragon-level menace looms. A Hero Association aide drafts the caped pair. Bored Saitama shrugs, I'm free. At HQ, Samurai Atomic salutes Silverfang, who prophesies the bald newcomer will top S-Class, but Tornado storms in, furious to B-Class tag-along, dare stand among gods. Saitama spots a lost child seconds before every S-Class hero, except rank 1 and 6 storms in. Genos feels doom in the air. The chairman warns of a threat lethal even to them. Dares anyone afraid to quit, no one moves. Tornado bickers, news drops, Oracle, Madame Shibabawa choked on gum and died. Seer Shibabawa's final prophecy warns the Hero Association that in 6 months, a threat above dragon level will strike before they can even parse the date. The H2 quakes as Sky King and his heirs swoop in, only to be swatted like buds, while overhead the Death Star opens fire. The chairman gasps that the promised catastrophe has already landed, and somewhere below, a father shields his boy from the first shockwave of the real apocalypse now walking the earth. A stunned witness watches a colossal alien craft disgorge a 5-headed executioner until Samurai Atomic student parries the death blow, declares his lineage, and launches a counterstrike while the chairman foresees 99% planetary doom. Silverfang learns. Metal Knight's architecture alone survived. The heroes rush out. Genos spots Saitama already advancing, deflects a cannonball, then bats one back as the regenerating Hydra maims its foe with a hammer, splits itself to finish him, but is diced to scraps at the last heartbeat by Samurai Atomic arriving, while his student shouts a 5-headed executioner alone survived. The monster regenerates again, thrilling his enemy who still doubts victory, until S-Class heroes swarm in, Puri prisoner refusing another loss and striking first. The Hero Association scrambles to evacuate. Genos rallies more S-Class. Ronnie begs King, who bows out. Tornado rages. Saitama rockets through the ship, obliterating it. The alien boss waits, and Lord Boros races to see who's tearing his fortress apart. Gary reels as Saitama wipes out every commander and every camera, dreading Boros' wrath. The warlord strides in, coolly trusting his elite warriors to crush the intruder, while outside, the sudden alien dreadnought seals City A, panicking citizens, thrilling Sonic over the radio, and leaving Puri prisoner exhausted against Melzagard's endless regeneration until Silverfang parries and drives the monster back. Melzagard, furious, dispatches part of himself to order orbital bombardment, yet Metalbat intercepts the flying head and turns the duel into a wild baseball brawl, mid-swing. Gary alerts him to an intruder, demanding a swift finish while heroes swarm the main body, unleashing secret arts, ignoring Atomic Samurai's disciple who pleads retreat. All sworn to save the world recalled to the ship. Melzagard is pinned under relentless attacks. Gary reports Saitama has halved the crew, so Melzagard commands a strike on his own position. Then his swift finish while heroes swarm the main body, or orbital joining the cleaved halves. After the invader slaughtered nearly everyone, Metalbat smashed a marble and watched the enemy liquefy, shouting the weak spot to the team. Samurai Atomic carved Melzagard apart. Elsewhere, Saitama ignores Gary's fake death warning, explodes through a door into the control room, shrugs off a Snapchat-filtered monster tantrum, then faces the bombardment alien whose gravity crush fails. The baffled foe misnames him, Mob Psycho after a futile telekinetic blast. Saitama survives a rock to the head, hurls it back at Gary, then demands the boss while Child Emperor watches the ship's power spike and evacuation fail. Moomin Rider rushes in to haul one exhausted citizen clear. The alien gunners open up, heroes smash more marbles, Melzagard gloats until Tornado rewinds the barrage, crushes the warship, and the Association gasps, sting and lightning. Max sprint in beside Moomin Rider, and the rallied heroes start punching back, inch by inch. Silverfang shatters another marble, leaving Melzagard with a single head, but the monster retaliates, dropping the old hero, sneering. The alien prepares his full might. On a distant throne, Lord Boro feels a titanic foe approaching. Saitama bursts in, radiating menace. Thrilled, Boro boasts of galaxy-wide hunts for a worthy rival. Saitama warns him against planet-busting boredom and strikes, amazed when the alien endures. Boro laughs, abandons restraint, and begins to transform. Saitama faces the universe's mightiest alien. The foe survives the first blows, then loses an arm to one crushing punch, earning mutual respect. While Tank Top Master hurls a boulder skyward, Tornado telekinetically obliterates the alien ship, terrifying its crew. Drive Knight, impressed, departs but warns Genos that Metal Knight is his enemy before Melzagard appears. A Atomic Samurai strikes. Melzigard laughs, tastes victory. Silverfang rises, slices the monster apart, crushes the last life marble. Atomic gasps too strong for an old man. Heroes cheer, vow to blast the alien skyship. Moomin Rider saves the last citizens. Saitama trades earth-shaking blows with Lord Boros. Walls shatter. Boros dropkicks them off the deck. Admits no one ever lasted this long. Fires an Iron Man laser. After the ship explodes, Saitama shrugs off Boros' planet-shattering punch. The alien tyrant, supreme regenerator of the universe, gloats until chatty boredom enrages him into vaporizing his own crew with a killer move, moon-kicking Saitama who, stone in hand, yawns back to Earth where heroes credit Tornado for the crashing ship, leaving Boros to charge one last time. Yet Saitama casually buries him in his own gut, ending the cosmic brawl in a single, effortless shove. Boros' body shattered, yet sprang back stronger, hurling a last laser at Saitama. The hero answered with a single serious punch, bouncing the blast and ending the cosmic threat. Boro dies smiling, awed that the Cape Drifter never used full power. The spaceship buckles, heroes scramble, Genos beams pride, and Mr. Mask storms toward the smoking city demanding answers. Metal Bat tells Amai Mask that an alien ship arrived and the heroes handled it, but Amai Mask erupts, calling them failures. Samurai Atomic protests they did their best, only to be branded pathetic, while Metal Bat fumes that the absent pop idol never fought. An escape pod slams down, and Metal Knight strides out, ignoring Genos' demand for help. He's here to harvest alien tech for stronger weapons. Amai Mask then vaporizes surrendering survivors, leaving Ronnie Coleman stunned, and Genos recognizing his own old ruthlessness. Genos panics when Saitama vanishes inside the alien ship, then bristles as Tornado belittles the bald B-class intruder. She curls the cyborg into stone and vows to crush Saitama next, yet Silverfang halts the brawl. Days later, news breaks. City A erased. Metal Knight forges a new HQ from alien scrap. City Z screens again. Pluton the Colossus nearly flattens a child until Genos intervenes and Saitama arrives, vaporizing the Titan with one board punch. Leveros intervenes and Saitama arrives.